Have you ever wondered how much of our communication is nonverbal? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? We often think communication is all about words, but in reality, our bodies speak volumes. A simple gesture, a fleeting expression, or even the way we stand can convey more than 1,000 words. Welcome to the intriguing world of body language. It's like a secret language that we all know, but aren't always aware we're speaking. Yet, it's a language that can reveal truths that words often hide. It's more than just a tool for understanding others. It's a window to our own emotions and thoughts. Consider the story of a famous politician, a man known for his eloquence and charisma. During a public speech, his words were full of optimism and confidence, but his body told a different story. His shoulders were hunched, his eyes barely met the audience, and his hands fidgeted constantly. To the trained eye, these subtle signs were clear indications of unease and insecurity. His words said one thing, but his body screamed another. This is the power of nonverbal communication. It's not just about interpreting gestures and expressions. It's about understanding the unspoken, about reading between the lines. It's about unlocking the secrets that lie beneath the surface, hidden from plain sight. Body language is a universal language, but it's also deeply personal. Each of us has our own unique set of nonverbal cues, our own way of expressing ourselves without words. They're part of who we are, part of our identity, and learning to understand them, to decode them, can give us a deeper understanding of ourselves and others. So whether you're in a business meeting, on a first date, or just chatting with friends, remember, words are only a small part of the story. The rest is written on our bodies, in a language that's silent, yet incredibly loud. So, as we've seen, body language can be a powerful tool in understanding others and even ourselves. But how can we understand and interpret body language? Well, let's start with facial expressions. They are the most immediate and natural form of nonverbal communication. A smile, for instance, can convey joy or approval, while a frown may indicate displeasure or confusion. Think about a CEO maintaining a firm and confident expression during a company crisis. This can send a clear message of resilience and determination, assuring the team that they are in capable hands. Next, we have gestures. These are the movements we make with our hands and arms, often unconsciously. They can express a range of emotions and thoughts, from excitement to frustration. Remember that celebrity on television who couldn't stop fiddling with their ring during an interview? That was a clear sign of nervousness, despite their best efforts to appear calm. Posture, too, speaks volumes. How a person stands or sits can tell us a lot about their level of confidence, their mood, and even their personality. Someone who stands tall with their shoulders back exudes confidence and authority. On the contrary, slouching or hunching over can signal low self-esteem or discomfort. And let's not forget about eye movements. Our eyes can give away what we're thinking or feeling before we even utter a word. Avoiding eye contact can indicate discomfort or dishonesty, while steady eye contact often suggests honesty and engagement. The way the CEO maintained eye contact during the crisis meeting, it demonstrated their sincerity and commitment to resolving the issue. So, you see, understanding body language isn't as bewildering as it may seem. It's all about paying attention to the subtle signs and signals that people are constantly sending out. From the CEO's confident posture to the celebrity's nervous gestures, these real-life examples show how body language can reveal a person's true feelings and thoughts. Decoding body language is like learning a new language. It requires practice and attention to detail. So, keep observing, keep practicing, and you'll soon find yourself becoming a fluent speaker of this silent language. What does science say about body language? Delving into the world of science, we find a plethora of research that provides a deeper understanding of body language. Scientists have spent countless hours observing and analyzing human interactions to unravel the mysteries of non-verbal communication. Let's start with an intriguing study that explores the psychology of crossed arms. Many of us instinctively cross our arms when we feel defensive or threatened. This isn't just a random habit. It's our brain's way of creating a physical barrier to protect us. In essence, crossing our arms is a subconscious response to feeling vulnerable or uncomfortable, a fascinating insight into the human mind's natural defense mechanisms. Now, let's shift gears and talk about the power of eye contact. A study conducted at the University of Aberdeen, Scotland, found that maintaining eye contact significantly increases the perception of trustworthiness and likability. It's a simple yet powerful tool that can help forge stronger connections with others. The researchers found that when someone maintains eye contact with you, your brain releases oxytocin, a hormone associated with trust and bonding. Then there's the famous smiling study by Paul Ekman, a pioneer in the study of emotions and their relation to facial expressions. He found that forcing a smile can actually make you feel happier. This happens because the act of smiling triggers the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, which are known to boost mood. These studies are just the tip of the iceberg. Science continues to uncover the intricate ways in which our bodies communicate, from the subtle shifts in posture to the expressive power of our gestures. These findings highlight that our bodies are not just vessels carrying us through life. They are dynamic communicators, constantly sending out messages that shape our interactions with the world around us. Science has given us valuable insights into how and why we use body language. It helps us understand the profound impact of these silent conversations and how we can harness this knowledge to improve our communication skills and build stronger relationships. So the next time you cross your arms or maintain eye contact, remember, you're not just making a gesture, you're participating in a complex dance of human connection shaped by millions of years of evolution. Science has given us valuable insights into how and why we use body language. Did you know that body language can change from one culture to another? Quite fascinating, isn't it? The same gesture may convey different meanings in different parts of the world. Indeed, the world of nonverbal communication is as diverse as the cultures that inhabit our planet. Take hand gestures, for instance. While a thumbs up is seen as a sign of approval or success in many Western cultures, in certain parts of West Africa, the Middle East and South America, it's actually considered rude and offensive. Quite the contrast, wouldn't you say? And let's not forget about the V sign, made by raising the index and the middle finger. In countries like the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia, it's a symbol of peace or victory. But if you flip it around, with the back of your hand facing outward in the United Kingdom, it can be seen as an insult. Moving on from hand gestures, let's delve into the concept of personal space, another intriguing aspect of body language. You see, what is considered an acceptable distance to maintain during a conversation can vary greatly from one culture to another. For instance, in North American and Northern European cultures, people tend to value their personal space and might feel uncomfortable if someone gets too close during a conversation. On the flip side, in Middle Eastern and Latin American cultures, close proximity during a conversation is seen as a sign of warmth and friendliness. These examples highlight how cultural nuances can greatly influence the interpretation of body language. This is why it's so crucial to be aware of these differences, especially in our increasingly globalized world. Misunderstanding someone's body language can lead to confusion or even conflict, but with a little knowledge and understanding, we can bridge these gaps and communicate effectively with people from all walks of life. Understanding cultural differences in body language is key to effective global communication. So the next time you're interacting with someone from a different culture, remember to be mindful of these differences. It could make all the difference in your communication. So, how can we master body language to improve our communication, you may ask? Well, let's dive into it. Firstly, it's crucial to develop an awareness of your own body language. This might sound simple, but many of us are unaware of the signals we're sending out. You might be crossing your arms because you're cold, but to others, it could signal disinterest or defensiveness. Regularly check in with yourself. Monitor your posture, facial expressions, and gestures. Secondly, practice makes perfect. Let's consider the case of a public speaker. Initially, their presentations might have lacked engagement. They were unaware of their hunched posture, minimal hand gestures, and lack of eye contact. However, after recognizing these issues, they started practicing in front of a mirror and recording their speeches. They worked on standing tall, using expressive gestures, and maintaining eye contact with their imaginary audience. Over time, their presentations became more engaging and impactful. The third point is mirroring. This technique involves subtly mimicking the body language of the person you're communicating with. It's a powerful way to establish rapport and make the other person feel understood. But remember, the key here is subtlety. Overdoing it can make you come across as insincere or mocking. Fourthly, it's about being congruent. Your verbal and non-verbal communication should align. If you're saying you're happy but your body language is closed off and your face is expressionless, people might not believe your words. Lastly, always be open to feedback. Ask trusted friends, family, or colleagues about your body language. They might notice things that you're not aware of. This feedback can be invaluable in improving your non-verbal communication. Mastering body language is not a one-time event, but a process that requires continual practice and awareness. It's about being mindful of the signals we send out and how they're perceived by others. It's a fascinating journey of self-discovery and growth. Mastering body language can greatly enhance our ability to communicate effectively and confidently. So, why not start this journey today? Embrace the power of non-verbal communication and see the difference it can make in your personal and professional life.